สวัสดีครับมังกรเดียวยิปกาบ้าสวัสดีครับมังกรเดียวพี่น้องสันอีทว่าโกจูเอ็นเท้านอสเนตอนเนี้ยผมจะดูวิดีโออะไรนะ คนที่ไม่มีแขนสู้ชีวิตนะครับผมผู้ชดจีเมวิดีโอคาร์โรแอฟริกาใต้กะบ่าวยัดมาชีเบเนยัดนับเพมมาชีบูยัดนับเพมมาชีบูพี่น้องเอาลูกกูจูซาเลยบอกว่าเซี่ยวมือปีบูสุดเลยเอากูจีเดียวกูจูโดจีซิวมาพี่บาเลยครับเนี่ยจูโดจีซิวจูโดเนี่ยดูจีซิวใจเอาดูด้วยกันก็ได้นะครับผมกำลังจะดูนะครับผมดูด้วยกันก็ได้นะครับ
He is called Hamis Rugonda, a man of 40 years old who was born without arms. He is born from Tanzania in a village called Misurunzega, known as Tabora, as well as his residence place. This man himself says that even though he was born without arms, he didn't need them in his everyday life, because he does everything people with arms do, and he does them even much better, like cultivating, cooking, washing, and so many other activities. After seeing this man on social media, Afrimax TV took a journey to visit this man so that he can testify face to face everything about this amazing man. It was a no easy, long journey of 802 kilometers from Dar es Salaam city to his village. This journey took us 3 days and 3 nights to reach this man in terrible odds, and we couldn't help it but making sure that we meet the man.
Naitwa Hamis Rugonda, ni miaka 40.
I'm called Hamis Rugonda and I'm 40 years old. I was born from Tabora. I'm a married man with 1 kid, but my son and wife left me. I now only live with my mother because my father passed away last year. An Afrimax journalist asked him if he ever went to school, and he replied saying that, yes, I went to school like other kids, but because of the problem of born impaired, he couldn't pursue his studies because the school could give him 1.5 extra time to finish his exams. He could write with his legs, which was so difficult for him without hands. His legs had not enough speed to keep and use his time very well, compared to other kids who had no problem at all. The journalist asked him the reason why he didn't join the school of impaired people. He replied saying that he didn't join the school because he was born and lives in a poor village with no such kind of schools. Out of curiosity, we also wanted to know the reason why he didn't remarry after being left with his first wife. In his grief words, he told us that in the village from where he was born, people were so scared of him because of his impairment. which was his biggest obstacle and the same reason why he couldn't remarry, due to being considered as a disabled person. However, it's not the same case to Hamisi Lugonda, because when we met him, he was looking after cows, and it really surprised us.
Kazi zangu wanazofanya ni kilimo na mambo mengine kama mambo ya muziki.
He said, really, I'm a farmer and music artist. The next thing people don't know is that I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro and climbed far ahead of an Australian man called McDonald's.
Sasa mimi, yani kitu cha kawaida, yani mara ya kwanza nilikuwa najificha. Nilikuwa naogopa watu, nikiwaona watu naogopa na hii. Hao wale walishangaa.
In my childhood, I used to hide myself a lot because of my impairment. I couldn't manage to get along with other kids because I was ashamed of my impairment. But time after time, I embraced myself and got along with other kids. My message to people who are impaired like me is that they should not be discouraged because they are people like others.
Vitu vingi sana ninavyofanya, kuvua samaki navua.
I do fishing, I can ride boats, I chop firewoods, carry firewoods, and I do it all perfectly. I do construction and hammering like others.
Piga na nyundo vizuri kawaida. Nilifunzwa na mzazi wangu. Mzee alikuwa anasema kwamba ujifunze sababu huwezi mimi kesho na kesho naweza kufariki.
I was taught everything by my father. He used to say that what belongs to your friend is rarely yours. Before he passed away, he sometimes used to tell me that he might pass away anytime, and I must be able to know how to take care of myself before that time comes, because there would never be any other person to help me.
Yani ulemavu nimezaliwa nao. Yani nilizaliwa siku ya kwanza nilipozaliwa Usudani walishangaa.
At my birth, doctors and parents were terribly surprised because it was their first time seeing a baby born without arms, born a lot differently from others. So many people wonder how I cultivate and harvest crops by myself, and even manage to store them by myself at home. But I do it perfectly.
So bado tuja. Ngoja nipigie.
Tena simama nani? Ngoja napiga.
Napiga.
ใช่ Mimi elimu yangu ni form 4. Nimaliza mwaka 2005 Uchama sekondari.
I even went to Itrama Secondary School and I stopped my studies in senior 4.
Wakaambia huko hospitali wakanikataa, wakasema muendane tu mtoto huyu kamtunze vizuri.
After giving birth to Hamis Lukunda, at first I didn't want to leave the hospital, hoping that the doctors could do something about his arms. But they all told me that they couldn't do anything because it was beyond their ability. Me and my husband had no any other choice but taking our child home and raise him like any other child. Last year, my husband died. It's now the two of us on our own. We have nobody else to help us unless when we get a visitor who is willing to help with the little things at home.
Hawa wageni na huyo mgeni tuko wawili tu hapa nyumbani. Hamna wa kutusaidia sasa.
We met a visitor here and this is his words.
Yani ni hivi, katika mjomba wangu Hamisi, kwa kweli kuna changamoto nyingi sana.
In my free time, I pass by to help Hamisi with the little things at home. He's been my friend since childhood, but Hamisi is getting old and older. He has no help or support, and we are so worried of his tomorrow life because there will be a lot of things he won't be able to do on his own. We remind you that he does everything with different parts of his body so that he can get some money to help his own and mother's life. Story by Afrimax TV in the voice of Vanessa Mtesi. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you.
Mới rồi, anh thấy phần khi rồi nó khá khá ok cho tăng ở. Sau đó sắp được chưa? Cái tâm subscribe. alia kiong son lata khamane nang so khao yu tang bye bye